I found out that Charles and my blood sister had sex. So how I caught onto it is my mom had mentioned something that they were way too close. So mind you, them two are my favorite two people. They were my favorite people. I would do anything for any one of them, and they both know that. I always used to let her drive my car and do all this. Mind you, that's my younger sister. She just turned 20. When this happened, she just hit 18, and come to find out, she told me that they did have sex when she was 17. What I did was she started to be at my house all the time, all the time. They were always playing around. I never thought anything of it. They used to call each other brother and sister. I would have never thought that they would cross me like that.
Man, oh man, oh man. Oh shit. That is crazy. This is more common than you think. This don't just happen to celebrities. This happen to regular folks each and every day around the world. Which is another reason why I would never let a family member or friend stay with me, especially if I live with my significant other. That's out. Hell no. That ain't happening. I've been through stuff in the past with family members and friends. When it comes to money, they don't want to pay rent. They want some leniency and stuff like that. I'll put you up in a hotel, motel. Everybody goes through rough times. So yeah, okay, till you get on your feet or help you out for a weekend or a week, whatever it is. But never live with me. Hell no. That's out. And I'm pretty sure people been in that situation before. It's because it's very common. But this is just another reason why I don't trust that brother sister shit. And I'm gonna tell you why. When you meeting a woman for the first time, right? Of course she has friends, right? And from a female perspective, yeah, she gonna consider that person her brother, depending how long they've been together. And from a man perspective, he gonna consider her a sister, depending on how long he been around her or how many stuff they've been through together. But they're not blood. But they close. They real close. Now, can men and women be friends? Of course they can. Of course. But you got people that have motives. I don't know if you ever seen that show called Friend Zone. I think it was on MTV, VH1. You had dudes and women on there waiting since junior high school, since college, waiting for years to finally tell their best friend or a friend they consider close or a brother or sister that they and really secretly in love with them. That happens. That show was funny as hell. I love that show. But that happens in real life. I'm not saying what gender dominantly do it more, because predominantly, if you had to look at it from a guy perspective, guys do it more because guys are a lot more sneaky. I'm not saying women ain't sneaky either, but guys are a lot more sneaky. A guy would do anything to get some ass. He'll pretend to be a friend. He pretend to be that person lean your head on his shoulder. They'll do all types of shit. But this is the reason why I don't trust that shit, because you got to know the origin of their story. Did they used to date? Did they have sex before? Because if you're coming into a new situation, you don't really know the details. You just going based off them being close and cool. You don't know if she deep down inside really wanted him, but he got a girl right now, and vice versa. You know, she's with me now, and blah blah blah. But you got to really understand that, and really, you only could go based off what your significant other say. And if you don't, that's going to be the trending topic in the downfall of your relationship, because that brother sister shit is going to always come up. You're going to always wonder, did they really have sex? Are they really having sex? Do she really secretly like him or love him in a different type of way, or vice versa? Do he really secretly love her? People are tricky. So you got to know people motives. Me personally, I don't care what it is. I just need to know what I'm getting myself into so I can make my own ultimatum instead of you making an ultimatum for me, you know. But this situation right here is just a reason why you don't let certain people get too close to certain things. Because it's not really sometimes just the person you with, it's the person that's on the other side of the fence. And if you weak enough mentally, you could fall for the okie doke. That man is dead ass wrong. He was married. That's her sister, bruh. I done heard worse, but that was her sister. And you could tell she destroyed. You can see it in all her face. Like, damn, I married this dude. Like, come on. Like, my sister. And then another thing, she was underage. She's saying that the first time they had sex, her sister was 17. Her sister's 20 now. That man needs to be in jail because I'm pretty sure he was well of an adult. That's crazy. That's insane on a whole different level, you know. And what was the psychological sense coming from her sister's standpoint? Like, you can't really blame it on being young. That's your fucking sister. Is there any loyalty anymore? Like, is that a lost art? Like, what is going on, bruh? Like, you can't really trust a lot of people, man. Like, I see why people are single. I see why people have hesitancy on being in a relationship because you really can't trust nobody. When you first meet somebody, you meeting a representative. You're not really meeting a real them until you get in situations or you live with them. That's why I always put women to the test. I be testing women without them even knowing I'm testing them on day one in any type of situation. When I'm sick, if I need something, how they react to certain news, just to see how they respond. And all of it could be false. It's just how they respond. And they never really know. And based on how they respond in different situations, it could be 10 different situations I will put them through or say that happened and just to see how they react. And I advise everybody to do that because the problem with it nowadays, we are jumping in relationships way too fast. You don't really get to know that person. You got to know the person you with. And sometimes it takes years. And some people want to be in love so bad that they're not willing to waste a year or a year and a half or even 6 months to really get to know somebody, know what their credit score is, know if they ever been arrested. Any of those things really don't really matter, but it does matter because if they're not willing to tell you or haven't told you, then to me that's a red flag because you need to know certain things. And I'm going to use those two examples. It's many different things you need to know about somebody before you get to know them. And I'm pretty sure that she's been married to this guy for a long time. Her sister probably was down on her luck and needed a place to stay, which is crazy as well because it's like why she's not living with her parents at 17, why she got to live with her sister. But that's something else, that you will see in the video. But women, be careful, man. And men, be careful who you let in your household. Because it could be the ones that's closer to you that's your biggest enemy because that's violation of all types of codes. Ain't an ass whooping enough in this world to get past that. And I think she had kids with this dude, which is another thing. She's the fucking aunt. And she's fucking the fucking father. That's crazy. But it's more common than you think. It happens. It happens to niggas and it happens to women. It happens. It sucks. I hope that, she gets a lot of therapy and she able to get past this situation because I don't know how you can get past this situation and really trust your sister again. That's not like a play sister, like we grew up together. That's your blood sister, same parents, everything. So y'all comment, like, subscribe, and let me know how y'all would handle this situation and how do y'all feel about this situation because this is fucked up on all types of levels. And let me know if this should happen to you before. Love y'all.
Just gonna jump right in. Charles and I have been in a relationship for like 5.5 years. In 2021, I found out that Charles and my blood sister had sex. So how I caught onto it is my mom had mentioned something that they were way too close. So mind you, them two are my favorite two people. They were my favorite people. I would do anything for any one of them, and they both know that. I always used to let her drive my car. And
are you stupid or something?
mind you, that's my younger sister. She just turned 20. When this happened, she just hit 18. And come to find out, she told me that they did have sex when she was 17.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
What I did was she started to be at my house all the time. They were always playing around. I never thought anything of it. They used to call each other brother and sister. I would have never thought that they would cross me like that. So I didn't think anything of it. My mom peeped the sign. She been let me know. But I was like, Mom, you're tripping. You're crazy. This is like, get out of my face with that. Like, stop it. Like, I kind of fell out with my mom over that. And the whole time her accusations were very, very true. And so like a few days later, after my mom had said those accusations, I kind of started peeping the scene a little bit. I was like noticing that they were kind of playing around too much. Everything was a little bit too close. She was starting to like wear these booty shorts and all that shit. And so one day I have an Apple Watch. So I put my Apple Watch on record. I put my Apple Watch under the pillow that he was sleeping on. Went into the living room where she was sleeping, because that's at this time she's like literally staying at my house. After I put my Apple Watch under the pillow, so I went out there to the living room where she was. So anyway, I go into the living room. She's on the couch asleep. I sat on the edge of the couch and I'm just like, man, everybody got me fucked up. It's crazy. I don't understand how people can do me like that. And then she hurry up and sits up and she's like, what are you talking about? What's going on? I'm like, what do you mean? The shit that I just found out, it's crazy. I would do anything for anybody, and these motherfuckers want to cross me. That's what I'm saying to her. And I was peeping her body language to see how she was going to move with that. She instantly goes to the closet where her clothes are, starts getting them together and everything. I'm like, what the fuck? I leave the house and I drive around the block. And then when I come back, pull my Apple Watch from underneath the pillow very visibly so everybody can see what the fuck I had going on. And I said, I put my Apple Watch on record under the pillow. So I sit on the living room, I sit on the couch, and I start listening to the recording. She's talking about Charles, wake up. Did you delete the messages? Have you been deleting the messages? Woo, this, that, and third. Why is she saying all that stuff if you didn't delete the messages, if she didn't see anything? Charles is like, no, I didn't. I deleted everything, blah, blah, blah. After I played that, I was heartbroken. Everything my mom said was true. It was all true. Then I just started finding everything else out then. And then I just started thinking back to certain situations about how they always used to go leave.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.